You've all been through this. This kid here, the variety that we have, you can all relate to this in the sense that we have been through this stage. Why I'm saying this? Because, this was very common occurrence when we were like this much. Amritansh was this much. So we would go to movies and come back, and then what would happen we would imagine those visuals, right? We would be the Harry Potter or Genie Weasley of our own dreams. Moreover, just imagine right now at this moment, there would be some kid somewhere around, very fast asleep, dreaming of infinite volumes of Nutella, just because he or she had a great sandwich, Nutella sandwich, probably. It has been a very often occurrence that we saw airplane and then we waved at it. And that probably that instant inspired a pilot in someone. Similarly, someone was inspired for being a doctor. Love is a great motivator, Why I'm saying this? Because that was the only thing that you had when you were kids. There was nothing else mattered. So we longed for that bike ride trip with our father, right? That was the love that we longed for. Now, I might be sounding a bit kiddish or immature here. The reason I'm saying is that because, probably someone's saying it that way, because that was how our life was when we were kids. The dreams that we had, they were all pure, and they were all unbounded by the realities of life. Now, for the uninitiated, the point I'm trying to drive here home is that your dreams, my dream, everyone else's dream, is the vision, the desires, the ambitions, and the ideal. That is what comprises a dream. Now, that kid grew up. He drove that bike down the journey of his life, and we all grew up, and so did our dreams. But what have they grown up to be? What have they evolved into? What is that intensity in that dream? What is that desire in that dream that converts it into reality? What is that power? Now, let me hold that thought. To better introduce this topic, to take it forward, let me bring on my friend Navdeep here.
Hello, everyone. Good evening, sir. Amritansh quite beautifully took us down the dream lane that I believe all of us cherish. But I believe most of us would be wondering that whatever he talked about is, the kind of dreams that we dreamt when we were a kid is quite rudimentary. So what exactly do we dream about right now at this age? So let me talk about that. During all our discussions, we came to a consensus that more or less everyone has a 3 level of dreams. One is individualistic. For instance, I have 3 dreams. One of us, them being having shoes, like all the freaking brands in the world, you name it, and I'll have it. I will have it, of course. Second would be a sports bike. Now, I know some of my friends would be saying, I don't know how to ride a sports bike, but I can always learn. And the third and the most important one would be performing at the most biggest dancing event of the world. Oh, I'm sorry. The dream is too powerful to handle, I hope you get the point. So, and the second level of dream would be towards those whom we love, our family. I want to buy a house for my parents, the first ever vehicle they would drive. I want to be the one to buy that. That's a very powerful dream. And the third and the most important one, I think it'll be the topmost level need in the Maslow's need hierarchy. OB1, everyone? So that'll be doing something for your nation. And what better example than this man? Sachin Ramesh Tendulkar, the god of cricket. To make a better perspective out of the things we are talking about, let me show you a video.
मेरे पाँव के नीचे जन्नत अपनों की थी यही मन्नत मेरे पाँव के नीचे जन्नत अपनों ने दी मुझे हिम्मत गिरी 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 मैं उड़ी 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 मैं रिश्तों के पंख लगा के आ
I'm sure you all are feeling pumped up right now. That's Deepa Karmarkar. I mean, she doesn't need an introduction. Did we guys notice that her father was putting some extra soles into her shoes? That's because she is a flatfoot, which essentially made her, in a way, deformed for a discipline of gymnastics. But still, she gathered that grit, that determination, and my goodness, she almost got a medal for our country. So going forward, I'll leave you with a thought, with kind of a poem. Have a dream and give a damn, because dreams alone can make a man. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Never ever back down because of the difficulty of dreams, because always believe in the power of dreams. Thank you. Over to Konika.
So all of us have heard about the power of dream. But how many of us sitting here really have that dream that define us, without which we'll be incomplete? Or how many of us have come across people who can say that this is my dream, I believe in it, and I'm going to do as much as it takes to push it forward. I'm going to do it. I'm going to achieve this dream. No, we don't come across such people very often. Why is that? That's because somewhere in the line, we forget to look at the bigger picture. We forget about our dreams. We get so busy in our day-to-day activities. Also, maybe because we get so complacent by our success that we forget to evolve. Here are a few people who evolved continuously and achieved the zenith of success. So let's do this. Let's take up an activity. Each night, let's go back and think about what did we do about our dreams today, that day, that particular day. How did we move forward? And also, let's think about how near are we to achieving our dreams because of what you did that day. Now, there are some people who will wait for that perfect timing to start working on their dreams. But that perfect time never comes. There's a reason why it's said that the graveyards on earth are the wealthiest places. Because there, numerous unfulfilled ideas, unfulfilled dreams are buried. So, of course, there's no perfect time, there's no perfect situation. You'll have to create that perfect time for you. You'll have to start working. Nobody is going to give you a dream on a plate. You'll have to start right from the scratch for it. Again, some people fear failure while working on their dreams. But then, if there's a person like Walt Disney, as great as Walt Disney, who was laid off just because he was considered to be unimaginative, what do we have to fear? We can fail, but then again, if we do not have a dream, how will we wake up the very next day to work? If we have a dream, if we aim for something, no matter how badly we fail, no matter what misery we have, we are going to wake up the very next day just to work for that dream. Or maybe just because we are living our dreams. So always have a dream and just do whatever you can for that dream. Just try to achieve it. 86,400 seconds in a day. Each second you should invest to work to achieve your dream. Because if you do not work for your dream, chances are that you will work for somebody else to achieve their dreams. Okay.
So, how will you go about realizing your dreams? Walt Disney once said, if you can dream it, you can do it. Dream, dream, and dream of all the possibilities that drives you, of all the things for which you are willing to do anything and everything. Every great achievement today was a dream of a person. He dared to dream, he dared to believe that it was possible, and that drove him to his dreams. You should have a burning desire for your dream. Believe that you can do it. Decide that you will and you can do it. This is the power which will help you accomplish your dream. But just having a burning desire won't lead you anywhere. You should formulate a plan. Transforming your desires into a tangible goal is based on the commitment that if it is possible, you can do it, and if you can do it, you will do it, no matter what happens. Next, you have to eliminate the fear factor in your mind. You cannot be fearful of the things which will come in your way, because when you started your journey towards your dream, you already knew that those will come. You should treat your failures as lessons and not as options to quit. Always respect yourself, because people think that they will only be happy when they realize their dreams. But they should realize that every step that they take, every move that they make is really worthwhile. And they should be proud of every step that they take.
Now, my friends here talked about the dreams, which means the aspirations of people. I'm going to take a slight, big new dimension to it. I'm going to tell about the new literal meaning of dream, the dream that you see in sleep, or even the daydreaming that you do in class. I mean, just imagine the dreaming level. You're such damn creative people while you're dreaming, right? You go to the weirdest and weirdest levels, right? But don't underestimate the power of such dreams, because such dreams have become reality and such dreams have changed the lives of people. Beatles needs no introduction. It's one of the most successful and influential musical bands of all time. Its most famous musical, called The Yesterday, it's a very interesting story to it. So one of the team member called Paul McCartney once dreamt of the lyrics of this music. He quickly got up and just wrote the lyrics of this music. And that's the story of the birth of Yesterday, one of the most famous musical of all times. Inception. I mean, everybody in this hall must have either seen or heard of this movie called Inception. Can you believe this complex psychological thriller was actually inspired by one of the dreams of Christopher Nolan? And just imagine the power of this dream. It actually turned out to be one of the biggest blockbusters of all times. Mary Shelley, she's the author of this book, and she once dreamt of a nightmare wherein the corpse was getting reanimated. And that's the birth of the first scientific fiction novel. Over to Nikhil for further examples.
And we have an example of Albert Einstein, who is the greatest one of the mathematician. He won the Nobel Prize for his theory of relativity. But that theory of relativity comes from his dreams. And then there are some dreams which we see when we were a child. And one of the example we have is, can anyone tell who she is? Any guess? Lindsey Vonn. She won the Winter Olympic gold medal in 2010. She dreamed of just participating in Olympics when she was a child, but in 2006 she participated in Olympics and she eliminated in the very first round. But then she doesn't break her heart, and then in the next round of Olympics in 2010, she won the gold medal, and today she is the #1 US kite team champion. And this man needs no introduction, Martin Luther King. For 8 years, he made his dream to bring the equality between blacks and whites, and he was the civil rights activist, you all know. And this one, most of you guys would be wearing jeans of this man. He is Tommy Hilfiger. He was from a very wealthy family, but his dream was to be a tailor. And he left his family at the age of 18. And after that, he started his tailor shop with his friends. And now he has an empire of $6.2 billion. And this one, the latest news of 2016 Olympics. Can anyone guess? Joseph Schooling. He won the very first gold medal for Singapore. And his dream idol was Michael Phelps. In 2008, he goes to Beijing Olympics to see his match. And then he goes to US to see the training under him with his coach. And in 2016, he won the gold medal in 100 meters butterfly. But there are some dreams which not just a single person see, but billions of people see.
and one of the dream was our 2011 World Cup. After 28 years, everyone was praying for this, and this happens by our captain.
Should think of is Gary Kirsten, the coach of India. You know, what a way for him to leave his team.
Absolutely magnificent. Dhoni finishes off in style. A magnificent strike into the crowd. India lift the World Cup after 28 years.
As you can see, a team of 11 shouldered the dreams of millions of people of a country. On April 2nd, 2011, the entire nation prayed for a moment that was their dream since the past 28 years. So you can see dreams can be common or unique. And realizing dreams is not an easy task. Realizing dreams requires, in the process of dreams, you come across hardships, failures. You might start doubting yourself. You might, doubt yourself, or you might curse the God. You might curse the people in it. But just remember one thing: these rough times are not going to stay here forever. These rough times are meant to pass. So believe in yourself. Believe in the power of dreams. Thank you. I now introduce my team. This is Amritansh, this is Nikhil, this is Navdeep, Vaibhav, and Konika. Thank you for your patience, Ling.